In today's video, we're diving into the future of video creation and exploring my 3 predictions on how AI will revolutionize the industry in 2024. From faster content repurposing to the rise of suggestive AI over generative AI, and the growing integration of AI products within video editing tools, we will explore a few of the possibilities that lie ahead in 2024 for content creators. But if you're sitting there saying, well, what does this kid know about it? Hey, I am Jack. I am a full-time video creator at an AI-integrated video editing startup. So I'll be sharing my predictions as someone who works in this industry and is a full-time content creator as well. So if you're curious about my predictions, make sure to stick around and let's get into it. Okay, so my first prediction is all about repurposing. Right now, repurposing can really take a long time. And I'm talking about repurposing where you have a long-form video, maybe you have a podcast, maybe you have a gaming stream, something like that, and you want to take that and turn it into, 3 or 5 or 10 little clips for social media. It can take a long time to take a long form video and turn it into something that's digestible and also marketable for short form platforms. And this is because it can take a long time to go through a video to find the best parts for highlights, for clip, especially if you have a podcast and it's an hour long, or if you're a gamer and you're streaming for 3 or 4 hours a day. But not only that, if you have a video that has multiple people in it, multiple speakers, they wouldn't both fit in a vertical format. Then every time someone else starts speaking, you have to cut, you have to recrop. Then not only that, but you of course want to add subtitles for clips. It can be a really, really long process just to make a single highlight. But everyone knows that this is a must do in this day and age. Podcast platforms still don't really have an algorithm. So if you're trying to promote your podcast, short form is really all you've got. Same with streaming. Twitch doesn't really have a great algorithm, so if you're a Twitch streamer, you've kind of got to do the social media game. So my prediction is that this year, this process is going to speed up 10 times faster. And here's why. We've already seen a lot of improvements to this process. AI can help with a lot of the most tedious parts of this workflow. With tools like Kapwing's Repurpose Studio, now AI can look through a video's transcript and highlight and identify the best portions of a video and give you a bunch of highlights that are ready to export, but also completely customizable. And it also does the speaker-focused cropping for you by using the tool Speaker Focus and adds subtitles for you automatically. So I think in 2024, tools like these will become much more accurate. They'll become much more quick in the processing. And I think they'll add other elements to the video, probably more zooms in when you say something funny. AI will be able to detect something that's funny in your video. And so this year, I think we might be able to make, 10 videos in an hour for short form, where right now it can sometimes take an hour to identify, crop, subtitle a video for short form. And so I think that process is going to be completely revolutionized and is a perfect use case for AI. My next prediction this year is I think we're going to see a fading in interest in generative AI, and I think we're going to see a surge in interest in suggestive AI. Let's just be frank, generative AI's uses in video just kind of isn't really there yet. You might have tried some of these tools yourself where you type in a prompt and it actually tries to generate a piece of video from your text. This is a really cool technology that they're still developing, but it's really not useful right now, I don't think. I personally think that there will be a lot of progress with generative AI technology this year, but I don't think it'll be at the point where we're using these generative videos. Rather, I think we will see suggestive AI being much more useful and more important in the video creation process. Now, you might be wondering, what is suggestive AI? Suggestive AI is AI that helps you create and make edits, but it's completely customizable still. So if it gives you something that you don't like, you can undo just a portion of it, you can undo all of it, you can make tweaks manually to it. Whereas with fully generative AI, usually you aren't able to make any edits and you just have to regenerate the entire thing if you want changes made. So let me give you an example. So with Kapwing's AI features, you can use a text prompt to generate a video, and this video will come back with B-roll, with text, with voiceover, with music, but it fully generates all the layers in the timeline. And so you can go through and make any manual changes you'd like. You can delete certain layers, you can change the text, you can change the music, you can change the length and make it longer or make it shorter. All of the layers are completely customizable like you made it yourself. It just sort of gets you to the point of a first draft much quicker. And I think this is going to become even more important this year because I think people are starting to catch on to a few things about AI in video. Number one, it's a creative process, and most of the time you have something in mind. So it's really important that you have the customization in the video editing process so you can make it exactly the way you want. Number two, AI just doesn't get everything right. Usually there's something that you don't like in an AI generated image or video, and that's okay, as long as you have the ability to edit what is not great so that you can keep what is great. And number three, humans just aren't really great yet as a society at prompting AI to give you what you want. And so a lot of times when people put in a prompt, it's not exactly what they're hoping for because they just haven't instructed AI specifically enough. And sometimes it's hard to put what you want into words and easier to just make changes yourself because you know what you want without having to put words to it. And so I think suggestive AI is really great at getting you to most of the way there in the video editing process. It does the tedious parts for you, but it still gives you the access to make the creative changes that you might want. And my final prediction for this video is that many more AI tools will become so ubiquitous, so widely used, that many people won't even realize they're using AI. I think we already reached this point in 2023 with certain tools. My mind immediately goes to subtitling. In 2024, right now, and even last year, it was probably hard for you to imagine manually creating subtitles as an average video creator making social content. Just a few years ago, it was a tedious process where you had to type everything out and you had to time it correctly with the words that were being spoken, all manually, and it took forever. Now AI does that for you super quickly. And it doesn't even really feel like AI. Like, I don't even really know how to explain it, but it doesn't feel like there's some crazy technology that is doing something amazingly cool. It sort of just makes sense. It feels good, and the workflow is really easy to understand. And I can see this happening this year for several other processes in the video workflow. I'm thinking about taking out all the silences in a recording. I'm imagining this with taking out bad takes, adding in B-roll to video based on your transcripts. Things like that. Tasks in videos that, you know, for a long form video could have taken you 30 minutes, an hour, or more, that AI could probably do pretty successfully in just a few clicks. Really taking out the tedious portions of video editing and giving you more time to focus on the creative portions of the editing process. And this is actually already possible in some tools. Like in Kapwing, we have certain tools like this where you can use Smart Cut to take out silences. There's Smart B-roll, which will give you B-roll options from stock images, trim with transcript, things like that. But I just see these tools getting a lot more accurate. I see them getting a lot quicker, and I see many more people using them. Right now, I feel like a lot of video creators have their workflows and they aren't really eager to change them. But I think with newer tools coming out, we will start to see more and more people experimenting with different content creation workflows. So yeah, you guys, those are my predictions. I do feel like AI is going to develop a lot in 2024. I think it's going to impact the video creator a lot, but maybe in a way that doesn't even feel like AI, which I think is actually pretty great. Let me know what predictions you guys have for AI in 2024. I would love to see your opinions in the comments. You can try out all the AI tools that I mentioned in today's video as well by clicking the first link in the description and heading over to Kapwing. It is free to try, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.